Isaiah. As you can see, hold on. Watch this video from Ian Bick. This is going to be playing in the background while I'm playing GTA 3. Boom. Oh, hold on. No. Okay, good. Yeah. That's gonna be playing while we're fucking playing GTA 3. We're gonna be doing the ambulance missions, paramedic, whatever they're called. Probably the taxi missions with the Banshee glitch. Anyway, that's probably about it. Waiting for the Backrooms movie drop. Bitches, exactly what the fuck I said in the description. Read your shit. iMac keyboard. Macintosh. The command button is the fucking Windows button. Shit, I don't know what the fuck that is. It also has a bunch of shit on it too. I don't even know what it does. Alright. I already showed you my rocking guitar. Fucking goddamn. Oh, wait, hold on. We were playing fucking Reptar. Reptar's eyeball is the fucking. Yeah, Reptar's eyeball. Anyway. Boom. I don't know what this is actually supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to be a headboard above the bed or what? Bought it at Ross. So.
I don't know, house to house. Just, I don't know how many times I moved. Just moving to different places, living with friends and stuff. And then, like, around, I moved to Kankakee, but like around 25, I met my son's father, and he was a cop. And I had like really turned my life around. I feel like I'm jumping, but I stopped drinking and like went sober for a while. Like, I had like 5 years sobriety when I was sober, and then I relapsed because in the same town that I lived, it's like a small town, super small town, Gibson City in Illinois. And there was this doctor. He was like a family doctor, you know, just a regular doctor. And, you know, have you ever heard of Mike?
I wasn't born yesterday.
Okay, so he was on MySpace, and he was just like, hey, you know, how's it going? And then I'm like, oh my God, he's a doctor. So then I just started talking to him. We were talking back and forth, and he was like a bigger guy, you know, probably not someone I would typically date, but he was a doctor, you know. I'm like, he's really smart, you know, I'm going to go out with him. So I did. And then he ended up being somebody that I dated for like 7 years, even during the time that I was with like my son's father, because he was like my sugar daddy. Like, he helped me a lot and stuff.
The doctor was the sugar daddy.
Yeah. Like, the very first time he ever like gave me money, it wasn't like I just, or it was like I would just be like, oh, I really wish I had this. And then he like bought it for me and like sent it to my house. And I'm like, okay. And then I was sick one time, just normal. Like, I'm sick, I got a cold, it's a cough. And I was a bartender, and I called him like, I'm so sick. Like, can you help me? He's like, yeah, I'm going to prescribe you a Z-Pack and some meds, like, go pick it up. So I just do. I just go pick it up. And the Z-Pack is like 5 days. It's an antibiotic. And then he gave me like a whole bottle of Norco. And I'm like, dang, like, okay, I had heard of it and stuff, but I wasn't a user. I didn't take them. But I did take them. And I'm like, what is it going to be for? And he was like, it doubles as a cough suppressant. Like, okay, but you typically wouldn't take that for a cough. So, but I did, and I liked it. I started just bottle after bottle. Like after that first bottle, I asked for another one. I'm like, can you prescribe me another bottle?
And this is after you've already been sober for a period of time.
Yeah. Like I was sober, but I saw it as it's a prescription, you know, like my name's on the bottle.
What do you think triggered you to start using that?
Starting a business? Put it in the right hands with LegalZoom. Because the last thing you'd want to do is let it fall into the wrong hands. With easy-to-use tech and 25 years of experience, LegalZoom offers personalized support to help ensure your business is run accurately and complies with state regulations. So if you need a legal hand, visit LegalZoom. LegalZoom provides access to independent attorneys and self-service tools. LegalZoom is not a law firm and does not...
I think it was just that one bottle, you know, like he's like, it doubles as a cough suppressant. Like, okay, I did, it worked, you know, I wasn't coughing, my throat wasn't hurting, but I got so much done. Like I cleaned my whole house and I just like organized everything and I just did so much. I'm like, wow, like that was a lot. Like I'll do that again. That's really where it started.
Have you ever carried one of those old school leather wallets that's basically a brick? Mine was falling apart, loaded with random cards and receipts, and I swear it messed uneven. Then I got a Ridge wallet, and I'm never going back. This thing is slim, clean, and actually makes sense. Not to mention, it's pretty stylish. It holds up to 12 cards and cash. It's made from legit materials like aluminum, titanium, or carbon fiber, and there are over 50 colors and styles to choose from. Mine's carbon fiber, and I get compliments on it all the time. And get this, Ridge wallets have RFID blocking tech, so no one can steal your card info. Plus, with the AirTag attachment, I never worry about losing it. They also give you free shipping, a 99-day risk-free trial, and a lifetime warranty. This is literally the last wallet you'll ever need. Right now, you can get 10% code at ridge.com and use code LOCKEDIN at checkout. Again, that's ridge.com, code LOCKEDIN. And when they ask, make sure you tell them that you heard it from the show. It helps support everything we're doing. Seriously, ditch the bulky wallet and upgrade to Ridge. You'll thank me later. Now let's get back into today's episode. Do you feel like you're escaping something?
Yeah, I think you don't know until later, you know, that anytime you're using, you're like escaping your traumas and stuff, you know, like you're trying to like numb it out or whatever.
And career-wise, were you thinking about doing anything, or were you just riding this wave with having someone that was supporting you financially?
Yeah, I was just wave. I was bartending, and yeah, he was helping me out a lot. I was getting arrested here and there, like DUIs, like petty charges, and anytime he would get me a lawyer, a really good one. One time I got a DUI, like a bad one, where I got into an accident and like acquitted of all charges. I was on stand and everything. Like me and the officer were like going back and forth, and I won.
Do you think he enabled you for bad behavior?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not saying it's like all his fault. Like it's definitely my fault too. I have so much fault in it. But you know, I'm here today to be a different person and like just not be like that.
How do you shift from a relationship like that to then dating a cop?
I know, that's crazy. I was just bartending again. And he came in, and he was at the time he was a jail guard. Yeah, and I was dating this cocaine dealer at the time. Like he was a big drug dealer in the area, and he went to jail. And he kept coming in, and he was like, "Aren't you that Solis brothers girlfriend?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And we ended up dating, and then.
So you have like 3 different guys you're just switching between at this period?
No, Andy was in jail, and then I fully decided to just be with Chris at that time.
And that's a cop.
Yeah. But then Dr. Nelson, I never slept with him. Like he's impotent. Like for real in real life, like he can't get it up. That's why he was my favorite.
So it wasn't a sexual relationship.
No. But we went out to dinners and like, you know, like I was just his friend. We were really close.
Do you feel like you took advantage?
I don't feel like I feel like he took advantage of his like doctor, you know, just being a place of power, whatever. It's like I'm really big about that too. I think influencers are the same way, and I never saw myself like that. Like I still see myself as this like scared little girl, you know.
Do you think you were attracted to power?
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
Because that would be a later theme later on once we get into that aspect of the story.
For sure.
So you start dating the cop. What does he think about, your arrest record? I'm sure he had to have looked it up, right?
Yeah, he did. He told me later that he knew that I didn't have my license. Like when I first met him, I didn't have my license. I was going through this I think it was like a 60-day thing for my DUI, my first DUI that I got. And he was like, I knew, I just didn't want to say anything. Anyway, so we ended up dating, being together. We had a kid. We were engaged. Then I left him for no reason at all. Like, he was good to me. I'm out of here. Like, I think I just craved the chaos, like the drama, and just like it was too boring. And I hate that, I really wish I hadn't have done that.
Was he hiding you from people, like fellow officers or anything? Or was he proud to have a relationship with you?
Yeah, he was proud to have a relationship with me.
And did he know about your drug use, substance abuse?
No, because up until that point, I hadn't really been out there like that until later on. Once Dr. Nelson got in trouble, and then I couldn't get pills anymore. Then that's when I really went out there. Before, it was always just I was a kid, just partying. There wasn't really any point where I was fully addicted. I was able to just quit, no rehab or nothing.
Do you think the stability he was offering you in a relationship kind of scared you and forced you to run the other way?
Really now?
I don't want clay dust inside of you. Calls in the place you put. In my arms or in your box, our love will be pure.
World's best cat litter for the world's best cat.
The fuck?
Take passion for food and turn it into a career as a Navy culinary specialist.
The fuck you?
Yeah, I think that it was just I thought is this it? Is this over? Is there gonna be more to life? What else is there? And then I was just out partying all the time, just doing my own thing, still going out with Dr. Nelson. And then I would say oh, well, I have to, because he gave me money all the time and he knew it was something that he knew about. And he was just okay. But I think that's never something that works. You can't be in a relationship and then have a sugar daddy or another relationship. That's just never gonna work.
Do you think if you stayed in that relationship with the cop, your life would have turned out differently?
Probably. Everything happens for a reason though, and I'm not I definitely wouldn't want to be with him again.
Yeah. Do you guys still stay in touch now?
No, he hates me. He's one of those people that he will spend the rest of his life trying to make my life not happy,
Really?
We have a 15-year-old son, and he just doesn't want me to have more time. I've been sober for all this time. It sucks.
What was it about you that he...
Yeah, I don't know. He met me at a bar, bartending.
It really is interesting about how the opposites attract. I mean, you were into the opposite of you, and then you're a bartender who has a criminal record.
No.
Yeah, it's just
Crazy
that the opposites attract like that.
People would always say that to me, my friends, oh my God, you're dating a cop. And he came over one time and my friend was so drunk. And she's Popo, Popo.
How old were you when the relationship broke off?
27.
And what happens at that period of time?
I left and I'm just I'm going to leave. And he said, if you leave, I will not be with you again. There is no back and forth with me. The second you walk out that door, we're done. And then I left.
And where do you go?
Oh, after that, it was during that time frame, I did have, I took my son and I was just out doing my own thing. I got a place in Bradley and started living there, but I was mostly in Chicago, back and forth. I was seeing this new guy up there, which was really why I left. But he wasn't going anywhere. I kept trying to push him to really go somewhere. And I didn't think that he was ever going to want to move out of his mom's house. He was living with his mom, and I really thought he could be somebody, but I met my biological dad during this time frame, and he lived in Champaign. So I thought, well, I'll go there and meet my dad, and maybe this can be a new beginning and stuff like that. And I found out at 27 that my dad wasn't my dad. So that's another
That your
thing.
stepdad wasn't your dad?
No, like I had seen my dad all the time, like every other weekend, summer, stuff like that. Not my stepdad. That's another person. But at 27, my mom calls me, it's like out of the blue, and she's like, "There's something I want to tell you," because all that DNA stuff was coming out, and she thought I was gonna find out. I think she was like, "Your dad's not your dad," and I didn't believe it, but it was true. And then she told the guy, because apparently he didn't know either about me. And then he wanted to meet me. So then we met and we did one of those Walgreens like DNA tests. And he was my dad. So then we decided to have a relationship, and he kept my son. I had another son. I got pregnant during that time frame, like after I left with somebody else. And he kept my son while I was gone.
Did meeting your dad kind of help explain who you were?
A little. I always felt like I was somebody else. Like I would always tell my brother that. Like I really feel like there's another family out there for me. Like can't be my family. But it was a joke. Like it wasn't. I was not serious. And then it was real. So.
Did you find out why your dad was gone all those years?
My mom never told him. She was married to my brother's dad, and she cheated with him and got pregnant with me. Mother like daughter.
Do you wish that he knew and was able to raise you?
Yeah, I think that my life would have been different, for sure.
Do you feel like your issues with men and kind of jumping around like to different relationships was because you didn't have that father figure in your life?
Yeah, for sure. Just always seeing like the instability and stuff like that.
Why do you think you left the cop relationship for a new guy that you wanted to actually settle down with? It's kind of like you did the opposite. You left a stable guy to go for someone that was unstable who you wanted to get stable.
I know, bought a house and everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And meanwhile, you had the stability.
I know. I have no idea. I honestly don't know. It was just like in my brain of like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But,
so what happens after this new relationship, the guy that doesn't work out?
Be honest. You've been accepting that your phone bill's gonna hurt every month, haven't you? Tell me about it. Well, those days are over. Tell him.
So he didn't work out. I really just didn't want to be with him. Like I felt like he wasn't going anywhere. But he wanted to be with me still too. And we ended up going to Champaign, and then I was going to school. I was going to be a nurse. And my dad wanted to put me through that. He was like, that's just like something I want to do. I want to put you through school because I wasn't there all those years. And now like it's just something that can feel good. So I was like, cool. So I was going to school and I was just living there. And then I ended up getting pregnant with Isaac because, well, I skipped a part. My son ended up going to live with his dad because I was in Chicago and I was in a hotel room and I passed out like drunk when he got up and left the room. I'll probably cry. And he couldn't get back in, the hotel room's like, well, I was passed out, and he like went downstairs and told the hotel staff somehow like he couldn't really talk. And then when they ended up finding me, and he was down there with them, and then that's when I was drunk, of course. So I went to jail that night, and then he went into his dad's.
And that was the cop. There's some tissues right there if you want a tissue.
Yeah.
Was that, would you say, the first rock bottom moment in your life?
Yeah, that was definitely like my rock bottom. But I still thought that I was going to get through it. Like, I'm going to get a lawyer. Like, I'm going to fight it, I honestly thought that I was going to get through that. And that I was going to win that case. But Illinois is big on, like, father's rights and stuff. And I did mess up, so.
What happened? What's up happening with the case?
He ended up going to live with his dad. And I got a DZFS case for that. And like I finished it. I did everything I was supposed to do. I never messed up, not one time. I never failed a single drug test and nothing. And I was cleared like for my papers and everything. But at that point, he already like had the case going in court.
Was that a criminal case or was it civil?
No, it was civil. It's like I did have a criminal case, but I beat that on my own, like separate. And then for the civil case, they didn't care about DCFS and all that. They were just, well, it was still going. We were still going to court.
Why do you think that wasn't like your overall wake-up call to go onto a different path? Maybe even try to make amends with your ex at that point.
He wasn't going to make amends with me, but it was like what drove me to just not give a fuck. Like, I just didn't care.
What's something you needed in that moment from someone to help you get on track?
I feel like I needed to like get into a program, like go to rehab or something.
No, you're doing great. Yeah, grab some water.
Yeah, I definitely needed to like
There's only one person in the fucking
just get into like a program or something, like do anything else. But I wasn't honest. Like I honestly just wasn't honest with who I was or like what I was doing. Like I never told anybody. Like I was always very like functional, I guess. Like I was never like knocking on people's doors or like on the streets or anything. Like, I always had cars and stuff.
Why do you think you couldn't be honest with yourself?
I don't know. I think it's just like shame, like shame and guilt of like saying like, oh, I have a problem. And then with my son, like I never wanted to tell anybody about that either because it was so embarrassing. So I just like try to post pictures with him whenever I could. And like I really thought I'd get him back, but I never did.
What happens after that? How do you start to spiral?
So then like Dr. Nelson got in trouble and I had moved closer to him because Champaign is closer and he always lived in that small town. Like, he never like went to where I was. I always lived like 2 hours from him, which was really why it was so easy to live another life. And then I think he knew like, oh, he had that I was with Chris. But like whenever he got in trouble, the feds came. They wanted to talk to me and I had no idea why. I was just like, I don't know. I didn't do anything. Like, I have no idea what's going on. I've never had the feds want to talk to me before. But they were like, you're not in trouble. We just want to talk to you. I'm like, okay. So I did. And I guess he had prescribed meds to a bunch of other girls. And I had no idea. Like, I thought I was the only girl, honestly. Like, I thought I was playing him. No, he was playing me the whole time. He had a bunch of women that he was doing this for, I guess. And one of the girls was 17 and she like overdosed and her parents got him in trouble.
I'm walking through the fire. You know my top desire is you.
New Mexico has abundant natural resources. Our families shouldn't have to struggle just to get by. Matthew McQueen.
So the feds talk to you, and do you have to testify or anything like that?
No, I never did. I was like totally on his side. Like, he didn't force me to do anything. No, it's always been me. I literally screamed and cried to that man to prescribe me another bottle. I just always kept saying like it was me, and they were like, no, it's not, because he's in a place of power. You can't look at it like that. He's the one prescribing it. He has a whatever, I don't even know, like he's responsible. And I was scared to get in trouble, so I didn't want to get myself in trouble. So I just kept sticking up for him.
And was that did that mark the end of the relationship with him?
That marked the end of everything. Like, I never heard from the feds again. I never heard from him again. I heard from his lawyer. His lawyer called me and was like, this is his lawyer. And if you do care about him, you need to leave him alone. Don't ever talk to him again. Just don't come looking for him. Don't call him. Just never talk to him again. And like, I literally never heard from him again.
Do you know what ended up happening to him?
No.
Oh, you never researched or anything? You didn't care?
I looked him up and stuff. I never found him. I don't know if he went. Someone said that he went away somewhere, like some kind of place for doctors and lawyers and people like that.
Like a prison camp or something?
I don't know. I think, yeah. He lost his medical license, though.
What happens after that?
So then after that, I was sick. Oh my God, was I sick? Like, I was just so sick. So I started using heroin, and I had no idea how to get it. Like, I just didn't know where I would get something like that. So I just drove to like the first hood like gas station that I could find. And I waited until I saw somebody that I thought would be a drug dealer. And then I just was like asking any random person. And literally my plates on my car said police memorial because I had like the police wife plates, like just if you support a police officer or whatever. And like some of the people were like, oh my God, no, that's a cop. And I'm like, I swear I'm not. I ended up finding somebody that took me around the corner. It was like he wasn't the dealer around the corner somewhere. And he was like, man, you're crazy. Shh, I don't think this is right. I don't want to do this. I'm going to do it though. And I gave him the money. And then he went in and came back out with it. And then he was like, here. I know this wasn't the right thing to do. I said, no, I swear it's fine. I'm not getting you in trouble. And then that was it. He left.
Why heroin? What attracted you to that? How do you get that idea?
I just knew, like, it was just something that I knew that it was an opiate and like it was gonna make me not sick anymore. So I snorted it. Like, I never used needles and stuff. I didn't know how. I actually had tried one time to do it and I wanted like somebody to help me, but the person wouldn't do it for me.
Did addiction run in your family?
Yeah, it did. Like, a lot of people in my family are addicted. My dad was well, not my biological dad, but my dad that I thought was my dad. He was an alcoholic. He relapsed on alcohol.
What about your brother?
He's an addict right now.
But while you were going through this, did he have any issues with drugs?
Yeah, in and out of prison, drugs and stuff.
So you didn't really feel like an outcast that you were, and that you felt like that was just a part of your life?
Yeah. When I first dated Hunter's dad and I was with the cop, like, everybody in my life was like, what? Like, it was just crazy.
So describe your use of heroin. Are you using it every day at this point? Are you just doing it somewhat? Are you working? Where are you living?
Yeah, I wasn't working at the time. I was living in a apartment in Pain. And up until then, like, Dr. Nelson supported most of my bills and stuff. So I'm just like, had no clue what I was going to do. I was just really just floating, just scheming and stuff, figuring it out. I was getting paid from college because my dad was paying for my college and I was getting financial aid. So he was giving me the money for the college, but then I was also getting financial aid.
And he didn't know?
He did know. He wanted me to keep it because he's like, I still want to put you through college.
Do you think your dad felt bad about not being around?
Yeah, I think that was part of it.
Even though he didn't know he even had a daughter?
Sometimes.